Well, hello, it's Annette from CDI Linkit, Clinical Documentation Specialist Services. Quite often as clinical documentation specialists, we do a lot of training, but sometimes we're asked to actually do a video to get to more clinicians, because as we know, clinicians work across a 24-hour period, 7 days a week, and we obviously cannot be there 24/7. And so it makes sense that some of our training be available online. And so, which is easy enough to do, but sometimes many of us actually don't like the sound of our own voice, and so are reluctant to do an online video. But I'm here to say to you that that is quite normal to not particularly like your recorded voice. And there is a bit of science behind it. I did a little bit of Googling, and apparently when we talk and we hear our own voice as we're talking, the way in which the sound is conducted is different to when we are hearing our recorded voice. When we're listening to our recorded voice, it's conducted the sound is transmitted via, I think it's called air transmission or something similar, and it goes in through our ear into those little tiny bones in our ear, which then are transmitted into the brain for interpretation. Quite often, that sound appears a bit tinnier, and our tone of our voice is a little higher than what we feel it is. But the opposite is when we talk and we hear our own voice, the sound is transmitted a little bit by the air conduction, but mostly it's vibrates through the bones in our skull. And so it tends to have a little bit of a deeper tone and a bit richer. And so that's really the difference. It's just the way that the sound is transmitted from a recorded voice or from what we're actually, when we're talking and we're hearing our own voice, that's the difference. So, but I get it. If you really don't like the sound of your voice and you don't want to hear it or put it out there on an online video, the other option you have is that you can use AI, an AI-generated voice for your presentations. And what I'm going to share with you today is how to use free software in order to do that. We're going to use ChatGPT for the AI-generated voice. We're going to use Audacity for the screen recording of ChatGPT doing the voice. And we're going to use PowerPoint as our video platform kind of thing. And it'll all come together, and I think you'll be quite surprised by the results. So if you're interested, could be that you just don't even like your voice, or it could be you just want to try something different with your online videos, whichever. Stay with me, and we will get into the detail, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. So we're back, and the first thing we need to do is actually download Audacity for the screen recording. So I'm just going to share my screen so I can show you what we're actually doing. All right, so the first thing we're actually going to do is download Audacity. Now, I already have it here on my desktop, so it's just a matter of going into your internet browser. I'm just going to pull this back over from the other screen. Okay, so it's just put Audacity into there. You can go to Audacity download. And this is, so you just decide what yours is. If you're Windows or you're a Mac or whatever, you just click on that and download it. Now, I've already downloaded it, so I won't re-download it. I'll just get out of there. So the other thing you need to then do once you've downloaded Audacity, we will fix Audacity up first, because there's a couple of little things we need to do on here first. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is set up Audacity. So once it's downloaded, just open it up, and we're going to go to audio setup. Just on the drop-down box, click on host, and you'll see we need to select Windows Wasabi. Sounds like wasabi, but it's not. It's Wasabi. That's really important to make sure that that's selected for the purposes of being able to screen record. And also go to recording device and select which one you're going to be using. I'm going to use just the speakers. And so that's all set up, ready to go. So the next thing we need to do is make sure you have the words written out, your text written out for your presentation, which is what I've done here. Obviously, I'm just doing a 3-slide, very quick. It's 78 words, 80 words for the purposes of this demonstration. So just have it written out how you want the wording for your presentation. The other thing we're going to do, let's pop this down. The other thing you need to have is your PowerPoint presentation. So I'm just going to pull this across. So I've just got 3 slides. I just randomly inserted 3 different images onto it, added some words for the purposes of this. Then we'll just minimize that as well. Push that down a little bit. Pop it over the other screen. And I'm going to bring up my text. I'm going to copy and paste. Copy, get rid of that. And I'm going to paste that into, well, I've already, as you can see, I've already pasted it in here. So it would just be, I'll just do it again. So we're going to do a prompt. Rewrite the following. And just right click, paste, come to the bottom, enter, and it's just going to rewrite what I've asked it to rewrite. And when it's done that, you'll see that there's a read aloud button down here. So I'm just going to allow that to read.
Accurate documentation by clinicians is essential for achieving patient outcomes.
So it's a pleasant voice, but if you don't particularly like that voice, you do have options. I'm subscribing to ChatGPT, so I've got a few voices there, but I think pretty sure in the free version you have I think 3 or 4 voices you can select. So just go up into your profile here, into settings, go down to speech, and you have voice there. So this is Spruce. I've got mine set to, but you might want Juniper. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, we've already set up our host and we've set up our recording device. Now we're just going to hit record, and then we're going to play ChatGPT voice. I'm not going to talk while the ChatGPT is talking, otherwise it's extra editing that I have to do. So I'll just very quiet. Okay.
Accurate documentation by clinicians is essential for achieving patient outcomes. Thorough and precise records facilitate clear communication among healthcare professionals, helping to reduce the likelihood of errors in treatment and medication. Additionally, it aids in monitoring patients.
There we go. And so I've just stopped the recording. What I want to do is just, because over here it was finished, I'm just going to edit, delete the end bit. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to export the audio out of Audacity. So we're going to go into File, Export, and we're going to export it as an MP3. So click on there. And it'll want to know where you want to put it. I'm just going to put it onto the desktop. And I'll call it presentation audio file. as an MP3 and going to save it. So this box will come up and it's just asking what you want to do. I'm just going to click, I don't need to know all of that. I'm just going to click OK. I'm onto my desktop and there's my audio file there. So I'm just going to click it and make sure that that is correct.
Accurate documentation by clinicians is essential for achieving improved patient outcomes.
So yes, so that's playing, so that's fine. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to get out of, I would suggest that you actually save this as a file because you never know, down the track you may change your PowerPoint and you'll want to re-embed the audio. So I would save it as an audio file for potentially future use. You don't have to. You decide what you want to do. So I'm just going to get out of that. Do you want to say before? Yep. I'm going to say no because I won't need it because it's not like it's a real presentation for me. All right, so now we're going to come to our PowerPoint presentation. And of course, it's on my other screen, so I'm just going to pull it over, make it larger. So what we're going to do is insert here on the top left-hand side. And over on the right-hand side is the media. So we're going to insert media, click on the down arrow, and we're going to insert audio, click on that down arrow, and it's audio on my PC. Now it's going to ask me where that is. So I'm going to go to where I think it is. And there it is there, presentation audio file. And it's now there on my first slide. So now this shows up, it's your audio format or playback menu. So you can trim the audio. So if you noticed in the beginning, there was a bit of a, for me anyway, there was a little bit of space. So I'm going to click on there and I'll let it go. So I want to trim this. I'm just going to move this up and click OK because it's just not far from where it is, and click OK. So that has trimmed my audio at the beginning. All right, now the next thing to do, we want to play it across all slides. So we're going to click on play across all slides. You can loop until stopped, but for the purposes of what we're doing, I wouldn't suggest you would do that. Click on hide during show because what you don't want the little sound icon to show. So we can hide that during the show. How do you want it to start? I'm going to click here automatically so that it will automatically just start as soon as it's opened. So what we're going to do now is actually we're going to record this and we're going to hit the record button from our current slide. And as the narrator is talking, we're going to decide when we're going to move the screen to the next slide. All right.
Thorough, concise records facilitate clear communication among healthcare professionals, helping to reduce the likelihood of errors in treatment and medication. Additionally, it aids in monitoring patient progress, supporting informed decision-making, and maintaining continuity of care. From a legal and ethical standpoint, accurate documentation is critical for ensuring accountability and upholding quality standards in health. Ultimately, it plays a key role ensuring patient safety, enhancing care coordination, and optimizing health.
And what we're going to do now is export it to a video, and let's hope it works. And it's wanting to know where I want to put it. I'm just going to make this a bit smaller so you can actually see what it's wanting to do. There we go. So it'll export it as a video. We want it to export as a MP4, which you can see it's already got there. So where do I want to put it, so hit on browse. I'm just going to put it to the desktop as well. But you would put it where you want to. I save it first to the desktop and then I'll save it later to the cloud somewhere. Okay. I'll just put here in a video. And it's MPEG4 export. And, mine won't take too long because there really wasn't anything in it, but yours might take a little bit longer, particularly if it's a half-hour presentation. So I'm just going to hop out of here and hop out of there. And it should have saved to the desktop. And I'll just bring it over. Sorry about this. So here it is. It's our audio presentation video. So I'm just going to pull that up. I would just want to see if it actually worked. Sometimes there's glitches, you can't get away with it. It's a computer.
Essential for achieving improved patient outcomes. Thorough and precise records facilitate clear communication among healthcare professionals, helping to reduce the likelihood.
So there you go. That is a video. I'll hop out of there and I will stop sharing. So there you have it. An easy way, or a relatively simple way to, instead of using your voice for the presentation, online presentation, you can have an AI generated voice that is pretty realistic. Like some of them in the past, you'll have noticed where, it's quite obviously robotic, but they're improving, month by month, year by year. And so that's an easy way to overcome reluctance to do an online presentation by using an AI generated voice. I hope that's been helpful. If you have any queries or questions, I'm more than happy to support you in putting together your first one. Just message me or pop a comment below. As always, be passionate, be innovative, take care and stay safe. Bye for now.